All right.
Hello, YouTube Live. Thank you for joining us for our latest live stream. We appreciate you being here, and we're gonna just talk about whatever you ask us to talk about. What do you got? Questions? Anything?
Well, we might bullshit for a little while and drink until we get some questions.
Oh, all right. Well,
Let's see here. We got Machine Gun Monkey. That sounds dangerous. It's almost like Shakespeare.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that video from Africa where they give the monkey the AK-47 and he fucking rips one off? Have you not seen that?
No. Oh my God.
Oh, it's probably about 10 years old at this point, but it's great.
Howdy, Mr. Miller.
Hello, Mr. Miller.
You're always welcome here.
The most amazing ballet song collection that probably exists in this city.
Good Lord.
Or in this state.
I mean, he put that all on the counter, and I looked at him, and I just said, this is literally just masterbation on the counter.
I mean,
no, but some of those were so smooth.
Oh, ridiculous, right? Like, I'm not even a ballet song guy, but I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, hey, check this one out. And I hit it, and it was like, tink. And then it was just like, so smooth. I was like,
yeah, you're like, okay.
Wait, how much was this one? That was $1,300. Like, yeah, I can see why. Holy shit.
Understandable.
And it was anodized, and then like the surfaces were all like all brushed off.
Chamfered nice.
Oh yeah, it was so nice,
yeah.
so nice. Well, Will's ballet song collection is very impressive.
So yeah, this next live stream I'll actually have pop-ups. So like as we're talking, I can just boop 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 and name.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you got that little keyboard over there that has for some reason like a little anime chick on it.
That's the default.
Okay.
But I got one of those stream decks. The problem is it's not out of the box designed to work with this. So I've been working on some scripts.
All right.
Let's see here. Well, hello, Mr. Davian.
All right. Well, so because eventually we're not going to be able to get to it. Should we get to these?
Oh, before everyone. Yeah, we probably should.
Is this your flexing?
No. Look at Joey did the work. I didn't have time to do the work. Joey did the fucking work. These things are amazing.
Explain the reason why these exist.
Well, so I'm going on a hunt in Kodiak in October, because I don't get to go hunting very often, and I don't get to go fishing very often because I'm fucking here all the time.
Right.
So I picked two materials that I really would like, and so Joey made a walrus ivory bolster with a stellar sea cow bone handle Mac, and then he made a matching walrus ivory bolster and stellar sea cow handle Muck for me that I'm taking on the trip. And these are fantastic. And they're gonna be a little slippery, but I'll put up with that. I don't care.
Why did you choose those specific materials for your hunting trip, Mike?
Well, I mean, for the uniqueness as to Alaska. So I wanted something that was going to be very difficult to replicate in the lower 48. And I don't know, I just always like stellar sea cow because it's dense and I like the coloration of it. And I like stellar sea cow always has a lot of detail in it. So you can see, I mean, this isn't going to show up on camera, but it always has a lot of intricacy to it. Yeah, it's a lot of grain. Yeah, that makes sense. And so I always really like that. And Joey was able to leave a shitload of bark on the walrus ivory, and so like it even comes a little small towards the bottom, and you get the cuts in, but you get really good, nice coloration, and it makes, I don't know, it just makes it very unique, makes it one of a kind. So I thought that'd be cool.
It's pretty. I was just trying to get you to admit you're trying to show off to the guides and hunters.
Well, no. Here's the thing. No. Well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing as like standing behind the counter at a knife shop, and they're like, "Why do you carry a $500 knife?" It's like, well, because you kind of have to if you're standing behind the counter, you know. But not necessarily to flex. In fact, I probably won't even keep these after the hunt. I'll probably put them up for sale after, just because I don't want to take away from someone who might want them. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to take away something that's that cool and that custom.
The one of one, a mic.
Yeah, and in fact, the dog tag on the Amok actually says the Amike.
Yeah, they're pretty badass for sure.
Oh, we already got by the way, Will is complimenting you there, Joey, on your work there.
Yeah, he did a great job. I mean, even if you look at, like I said, I don't know how much of this is going to show up on camera, but you look at like the way he chamfered his bolsters and how well they match up. I mean, it's top notch. It's so perfect. It looks fantastic, and the fact that if you weren't looking at it, you can't even feel the break in the materials. Like you can't even feel where they meet. That is super impressive. They look really good.
Do a good job.
Yeah, Joey did a fantastic job.
We already got a question out of the barrel.
Okay.
And we're probably going to say no comment, but any plans to do any Colorful Filth projects in the future? Yes.
We
Will
are-
talk about it? No.
Well, okay. Well, we should explain though, because we have contacted several companies, and when we tell them the volume we're looking for, like we're gonna need like 400 of these, they all tell us no. Everybody tells us no.
Some of them say not now, but
Somebody,
yes in the future.
wait, one company who was our Holy Grail company told us next year.
Yeah. So that's a big one.
I think we're hoping for a little sooner, right? The next year.
We're hoping a little soon. Well,
Yeah.
no. Well, so we'll do that. So we'll do one in the interim.
Right, exactly. But come back
next
to that.
year,
Yeah,
this
come back to
company
that.
that was our Holy Grail
Yeah.
one, and they told us possibly next year. We're like, okay,
Yeah.
then we're gonna do one in the interim, and then
Mhm.
that is the one we really want to go after. But the problem is we need 400 knives, and
It's not for anyone to fill right now, right?
nobody's able to fill
Yeah.
it unless we want to do like. I mean, we can do like a Chinese Spyderco, but I mean, why would we do that? You know what
Yeah.
I mean, and so
It'd be
it's
pretty lame.
well, and so we're working on it, and we're actively working. We have sent out the last 8 people we have contacted about being able to supply the next project have all told us no, and only one company told us maybe next year. So we are doing everything we can to try to get this project off the ground, and it's just not possible. We need 400 knives, and nobody's able to do that right now.
It's crazy.
Here's an in-depth question. What kind of beer is that?
I was drinking a cream soda, so.
So I have an Old Forester 1910.
What was that beer you had?
Oh, that was the key lime Old Boot Scootin'. What is it called?
It's
Old
the
Boot.
can's right next to the cream soda.
New Boot Goofin'.
New Boot Goofin'. It's
From
New
Midnight
Boot Goofin'
Goofin'.
by Midnight Sun Brewery.
That is some
Can you
limey
test me the
bullshit.
yellow spot?
absolutely.
Limey
yeah.
bullshit in a good way. Like it's good, but like that's something you eat with tacos.
Oh, Will. Oh no.
You know, Will, you still have the nicest amok.
That's
That
one of the
ebony
nicest
is
amok ever made.
Dude,
That is,
the,
very much-
Yeah, dude,
well, and
yeah.
the wood he has is
Oh my
like,
God.
I mean, nobody's going to be able to duplicate
Yeah.
Will's amok because of the ebony that
the
he
quality
had.
of that wood.
Yeah.
And it's so dense, so
Yeah.
nice, so
And it's
clean.
Perfectly
it looks awesome.
black. There's no brown in it. I mean, it is
It is.
dark as night.
You almost can't, it almost looks like G10. Like you can't believe it's
Yeah.
wood. Like it is almost perfectly black.
Yeah. Old
He's got another comment. He's like, just do titanium scale Mac for the next color.
Well, okay, Will
my God.
happens to know, please don't say it, but Will happens to know our Holy Grail Colorful Filth project that we want to
Yeah.
work on because we've told him
Yeah.
as long as he doesn't give it up, we might be able to make him a tie-scaled Mac as long as he doesn't throw us under the bus.
Shut your
Because
mouth.
we've entrusted him with secrets here.
Angela's excited because she loves her bug out.
Angelo.
Let's see here.
Angelo.
John L. Gross. Hey, I'm watching. Make it worth my time.
I like
my
cream
cream sodas.
Well, we'll try. I
Yeah,
guess.
no, we can.
What new knives are out? Any new Benchmade prototypes?
No new prototypes. I think that's that new bug out's like the only like new, but that sold out in a
M390,
day.
Sunburst Titanium. We actually
Aluminum.
just
No,
Aluminum.
it's aluminum.
Aluminum.
Remember, I made the same mistake.
I did.
The thing opens so smooth. I thought it was on bearings, but then.
Dude, I mean, you could watch. Our video came across. I was at home
Yeah.
watching my YouTube feed, and the algorithm threw up that video, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'll just put it on
Yeah.
and go make a drink or take a piss or whatever, you know. And just watching, like slinging it open, like it is so
Yeah.
smooth, so smooth.
worth the money, for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
Cheaper,
Cheaper than the carbon fiber bug
cheaper
out.
than the carbon
Oh, yeah.
fiber,
Oh,
but
man.
still so smooth
Yeah.
and so
We
nice.
left an opportunity on the table. That frag, though.
Yep.
Oh my God, that thing.
Frag low.
I want
Yeah.
that thing so bad. And then I was like, hey, Dakota, how much is this? And he's like, It's $1,400. I was like, you gotta be shitting me.
You said that in front of you said you're shitting me, and I'm like, there's kids right
The
here.
fact that we were able to
Hey,
get one in the first place.
Hey, it's
is
a
like-
$1,400 Microtech. You're
Yeah.
shitting me is,
Yeah.
hey, just don't
Pretty-
bring your kid.
yeah.
Like, don't get mad when you take your kids to a bowling alley and somebody cusses.
I mean,
that's the way shit happens.
That's more than like the Damascus and carbon fiber combat trooper.
Right?
Like what the
$1,400.
Yeah,
I
insane.
couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
I love it so much, but
Yeah.
holy
But
shit,
it's so
$1,400.
amazing. It's
If I
so
had
amazing.
It's a
paid some of that
It is.
mythical fuck you money,
Yeah.
I would take one of those and I would take the clip off of it that says frag off,
Yeah.
and I would modify it so it said frig off.
You could probably get that like that grenade bead to just be like Randy's belly.
That is such a badass showdown though. Like
Yeah.
and with they have the whole lanyard tied on,
yeah.
and they don't have the glass breaker. They have a unique a unique custom fucking end piece with the frag and the frag bead
And
on
the
the
devil
end.
serrations.
Dude,
My God.
it is fucking
Those are
dude. It
My
is
God.
mean.
Yeah.
Like you look at it, it's like I'd hate to be cut with that, and I told the customer like I'd hate to be stabbed with that.
I would hate it, but at
so
least
much
I would
up.
be like, at least this is what I'm dying from.
Well, because I mean,
Yeah,
This is
you know.
against the Geneva
I
Convention.
mean, well, the thing is honestly, if any of us get stabbed, it's gonna be with some $5 piece of shit.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
I can't believe you got me with this.
This is
mail
how I'm
order
going.
Let's see here. Spartan Heresy folder. Oh,
Harsey.
Oh,
Great
Harsey
knife.
folder. Yeah.
Great knife. Hardy,
Yeah.
who I know is on the line right now.
Yeah, well,
bought the full size we have in the shop. Excellent knives, really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Fit and finish is awesome.
Uh,
A bunch of fun designs.
Those Harsey
Yeah.
folders. I mean, I liked Harsey's ever since he was designing for Lone Wolf.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
even the Lone
totally.
Wolf stuff, like I really
Yep.
liked. And now Harsey's getting in some of Harsey's mid-techs and Harsey's customs.
Someone might
They're
have
badass.
reached out to see if we can become a dealer of his.
Oh, that's probably one of the 6 that turned us down, or 8 that turned us down.
I reached out.
But yeah, excellent. If you have the chance to buy one, especially the full size, do it. Even the minis are cool.
Let's see here. What Emersons are you guys carrying? Your entire collection, Hardy.
No, it's not Hardy's.
No, it's not Hardy's.
Although the
Yeah.
short answer is all of the cool ones, by the way.
Yeah, he did buy the full size A100 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm
We
sorry.
have a mini A100.
That mini A100 is my favorite of the
Is
collection.
it? Yeah, that's pretty
Because
cool.
we have an old school like collection of who's who. Like we had a regular who's a good buddy of mine. He's played poker with him. I've known him for 11 years. And he brought in his Emerson collection and was like, this needs to go.
Yeah.
So we bought his Emerson collection. So we don't necessarily have the newest stuff, but we have all the important stuff.
Yeah, the one
'cause-
that ones that you'd want.
yeah,
for
because
sure.
Maddie he's no slouch.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
not gonna-
He comes
yeah.
in with all this cool stuff, and I'm like, how do you get all this stuff? And he goes, well, I have insomnia, so when this shit goes on sale at 2 a.m., I just buy it. And so that's the definition of his Emerson collection. Like we have probably 25 Emersons, and they're
Yeah.
all the ones you would want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like in fact, we have what's the green one? What model is the green one?
that
It's a
is
CQC8.
It's a CQC8. It is
888.
yeah,
That's
the
first-
AAA. It is out of Ernest Emerson's personal safe.
Yep.
That's how Maddie got that.
Only 8 have ever existed.
Yeah,
We
that's
got
why it's called the
8
AAA.
We got
It's the
8-1.
CQC8. 8 have existed, and
Yeah.
it was for the USN 8th gathering. So.
Yeah.
Is it like the Gathering of the Juggalos? Is that what they
No,
call it
it's
that way?
very not like, very much not like that. Yeah, very much not.
I
Like
drink it a lot
imagine-
less Fega.
that. You never know.
I just imagine like a bunch of like knife nerds like randomly slinging blades everywhere and doing tactical tricks in the hallway.
Yeah,
It's probably not true. Probably
I
is.
don't think it is like that.
Maddie's collection though is pretty like it's the who's who of Emersons that have ever fucking existed.
He kept one
Watchworks
knife.
20.
He kept one.
One knife.
What's a
Badass
Watchworks
Strider I've ever seen.
2021? Watchworks 2021, but my D10 range is rough. What's a Watchworks? We're gonna have to.
I don't know. Is that an autocorrect? I don't know what a Watchworks is.
Google machine. Tell me what a Watchworks is.
Well, or somebody in the comments, please. Or Tyrell, please clarify. Because if your ramp is rough, if it's a pistol, I can fix that. I've modified every barrel in every pistol I've ever had.
I can't. It must be an autocorrect. Nothing's coming up.
Spartan Harsey folder I got. Okay. All right.
Let's see
Sorry,
here.
I'm skipping ahead. We'll get to you, man.
You could go full on Mayan
Mayan
priest
priest.
and rip the heart out with the double full serrations of that frag off. Yeah, you could. You could. You probably get a lot of like meat stuck on the knife doing that with those serrations, though. Let's see here.
Watchworks is another Harsey. It's just a model we're not familiar with.
Okay. That was the Spartan Heresy folder I got. Okay.
All right. Well, if you're having issues with detent ramp, I mean, there's two ways to fix it. You can bring it to us, and we can accelerate the break-in period, or you can just sit around and watch a movie and just flip it and close it and flip it and close it and flip it and close it and flip it and close it.
Break it in.
Yeah, and just break it in.
Word
that
to
way.
the wise, the best way to do that is listening to the radio, smoking a cigarette, turn the lights off, and wait for your kids to come home.
Well, I don't have kids.
You've had too many kids.
Well, so what I would do is I would put on Fight Club, which is 2 hours and 45 minutes, and I would just flip that knife the whole time I was watching Fight Club.
God.
The callus on your thumb. The callus
Well, I
on
mean,
your
you
thumb.
got to build up a callus.
Oh, here's a good one. I heard you guys own Great Northern Knives in Wasillano. That's awesome. They need a better selection of good folders, though. Please fix.
We are on it.
They also already have this fantastic selection of folders, which we're pulling out of their backstock and putting on display.
Oh yeah, they had so much inventory that wasn't available, and they now carry Microtex, thanks to us. We ordered deep. We took half of our Microtex out there.
Alistair had a point.
No, I was just saying hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thought that was just a hell yeah.
Yeah. No, we took out. They now have,
brother.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, hey, it's just a start, but I think they have probably 8 to 10 different Microtech models available out there now, which we just took out. So, and we're going to continue to do that. So they're going to carry more Microtechs, more of what we order, and then we're going to order deeper with other places. But like we said already in the video, like, I mean, we've been turned down by 8 other people. Just nobody's taking on dealers, and especially when we want to place deep orders, and they're just like, yeah, sorry, we can't.
And then they also carry slightly different stuff than us. I mean, they're not that far outside of Anchorage, but like their demographic is definitely more survival and bushcraft based. So a lot of their folders and like fixed blades they order are more towards that demographic. So
Those Condor folders are cool as shit.
they are,
Which
like,
we've never carried, and I saw those out there, and I was like, "Holy shit, Condor folders! They're
cool.
actually pretty badass little folders."
Yeah, a little 1095
Yeah.
stone wash, black wash.
And they're built like a tank,
And they fold well.
and they're well built. I like them. So, and they have a little bit of that, but I mean, it's not far outside. I mean, I think my commute is probably 35, 40 minutes, give or take.
35 if you're speeding, about 40 if you're
I
not.
speed.
Yeah. I got
Have
a
you seen what
ticket.
you drive? I mean, how do you go the speed limit in that thing?
I got a ticket in the egg.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Dude, hold on, wait. We should explain what the egg is. So
I drive a 1999 Suzuki white hatchback. It looks like an egg. It has a little 3-cylinder in
it gets like 45 miles to the gallon before a Prius, 10 years before a Prius was even
Oh my
invented.
God. Yeah,
And he got a fucking speeding ticket in the thing.
It's the
Jesus.
Suzuki Swift, the car that's so misnamed.
it's
Well, apparently it's swift enough to get a ticket.
Yeah,
So.
apparently you can go 82 in it with a tailwind up your ass and you're going downhill.
So, unbeknownst to me, the previous owner had put
Different size tires,
different
which
size
fucked up
tires.
your speedo.
So, like, I've been driving around, like, the speedometer said, like, 67, 68. I was going 82. And, like, I was unaware, and now I've got, like, a GPS thing on my phone that I have mounted to the dash, and, like, my speedo, after about 35, starts climbing from, like, 5 miles an hour off to, like, 20.
I would think the one in my car would be more off, but I was so at 72 I'm doing 74, which I think is I'm pretty on.
That's within.
Yeah, so I always like when I'm going out there and coming back, I just set the cruise control at 72 and just like, screw it. Good enough.
Oh, we got another one from Tyrell here. I'm up in Fairbanks. Fantastic. I have 2 high-level folders, a Hinderer XM18,
Nice,
fantastic.
Hell yeah.
nice knife.
Yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
a Spartan Heresy.
Harsey.
Harsey.
Spartan
Harsey.
Harsey is a badass knife.
Yeah.
Do we still have one in stock?
We've got a
We did for a while.
3.25.
3.25.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
What should I get next? My fixed blades are all Bark River knives.
Yeah,
It's got nose. It's got
Nice
nose.
Knives,
yeah.
and I have a couple customs coming.
All right.
Folder.
Folder to next. Well, it depends on if you want to go. Depends on if you want to go custom. You want to go factory.
Yeah.
If I was going factory, I'd go. If I was going factory, I'd go ZT because of the price point.
Yeah.
But if I was going custom,
Hoback. I do Hoback. I
really?
mean, there's
I like Olamic. I think Olympic. I think that whippersnapper is kind of a badass right now.
I like that Hoback makes designs that kind of poke fun at the knife industry.
I don't think that's the
I like
goal
that.
necessarily. I think he's
do
actually,
you think they're conscious, or do you think they're just stuck in
I think
well,
they're
this
self-aware.
ambivalence of?
Well, the thing
fucking
is, though, I
ridiculousness?
think they're like hitting like a lot closer to like what is like the hot button shit than
But
people
they
realize.
make fun
there.
of it.
Oh,
While
so
they do it.
they're like we knifing this shit.
Yeah,
They're
with,
like, oh, wait, here's the hot button. We'll just throw one at
with
that.
that like Mexican micarta like that we got in.
Oh,
people,
that
people
shit's
like,
ridiculous.
Oh, but guess what? People love that shit. People
Dude,
love that.
They
shit.
are making
Yeah.
fun of their customers. I
Yeah.
swear that's what they're doing.
But you know what?
We,
made one with
but
Mexican
we
money.
Knife doesn't do that. So there are so many like people don't understand with We Knife is so okay. So there's a knife podcast, believe it or not, and I listen to it. And two of the guys on there are designers, and they have to outsource the production. And so there's only two places in the U.S. you can do it. One of
Browse.
which, don't say names, one of which won't take new orders, and the other one is, I mean, they're back ordered and shit. So they'll take new orders, but they're still back ordered. And so they all have to go to We Knife to make it. And so We Knife has like 300 different models. And so everybody goes to We Knife to have their knives made because nobody else can do it or has the production. It's the same problem we're running into trying to find 400 knives for our next custom project.
Before we move off, though, Tyrell, what we should get next is another hinderer.
You're only saying that because you carry one.
Well, and I want another one.
Wait. Hold on, wait. You're outvoted because there's two Malibus at the table.
Oh God, I don't have my hinderer on me today either. I don't have my hinderer.
How about a Malibu? I think a Malibu is a great choice. Aluminum
Wait,
handle,
good choice.
push
Wait.
button,
I got my
which is a.
Ultratech.
All right. You know what?
No.
Oh, zum.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so I got. All right.
Here's what I recommend. You get a TRM Atom.
Oh, I've got one
Really?
of those.
Yeah.
I've got one of those.
If you're
Here.
looking for a knife that's extremely well made, has a little bit of prestige to it, great materials, great craftsmanship, has good warranty, U.S. made, and you're looking for something that's a little
sling.
like I don't know, magnifique.
I will say the sharpest knife that I own is my Atom. That thing is a fucking laser beam. The blade's so goddamn thin.
Okay, wait a minute though. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. You sharpen knives.
Yeah.
So saying
Okay.
like I
Well-
don't want to buy this knife because it's not sharp is to be like I don't
Well-
want to buy this car because it's cold
But
inside.
I sharpen
It's like
other-
well you just turn on the heater and it's fine.
Okay. But I sharpen other knives, and I'm telling you, I'll bring that in for you to take a look at. It is.
Okay.
It is a fucking.
Okay,
laser
then I
beam.
respect your opinion on that.
Yeah.
Really, that much?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
That
yeah.
impressive.
It's ridiculous.
Tall
Yeah.
flat then?
It's mostly. It's like it tapers out right at the end, but like
Yeah.
it is like right down there. It's
Really?
It's fucking nuts. Yeah.
Okay, bring it in.
Okay,
I want
yeah.
I want to
It's kinda
experience
like,
this thing.
Okay.
It's kind of like me and my Gerber piece of crap, because it's not great for everything. But when I'm breaking down boxes and tie straps, that thing is amazing because it has such a big swedge on it. It just rips it apart as it's cutting it. It's great. Certain blade
I can appreciate
geometry
that.
blend to certain tasks.
Well, I mean, I like everybody's like, and when they ask you to sharpen a knife, they're like, is it razor sharp? It's like, well, no, because straight razors
Yeah.
are that design for a reason.
It's not very sharp because it's not a fucking razor.
Yeah, so you take your Gerber strong arm and you try to shave your arm. Like, it's not going to work. You know
Yeah.
why?
Yeah. It's
not
Because
designed
if
for
it
that.
worked, people would shave their face with a fucking Gerber strong arm.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not how geometry
Yeah.
works. It's not
Yeah.
how steel works. Just think about it.
Wait.
Just think about it for a second.
Are you saying that Mike is now a geometry professor? I
Oh,
concur.
yeah.
An edge geometry professor.
Well, because if you look at 180 and you have 60 here, then you have 120 here. That's how geometry works.
Next question.
Oh man.
Hey, anybody need a lesson in pre-cal? Because I'm fucking on it. Just kidding.
I bought a Mac last week there.
Assuming it's the Valley store, right?
Yep, fantastic
Nice.
knife, by
Awesome.
the way. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you ever have any issues, problems, concerns, questions, or anything, contact us. We will definitely take care of you.
Also, beat the crap out of it, put it through its paces, and let us know how it handles.
Please do. Please,
Yeah.
please try to break it. I'd be, oh shit, we fucking gotta catch up.
Oh,
Yeah.
we will. We will.
Use suggestions on like high-end folders you should get.
I got the Jake Hoback Sumo super fun knife. That is a pretty cool knife. We got a vote for the XM24.
Yeah, I know. Will's waiting for those.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's a great knife. I really
Yeah.
Let's see here. Adam with Match Anderson scales. Oh, that's pretty nice.
The Atom is a pretty cool knife.
And
Yeah,
then
it
we
is.
got the CRK Umami.
No, Num Zom, which
I know.
is this.
I specifically say it wrong.
The problem is
Yeah, it's a kind of a rough knife.
Well, if we're gonna do this as a custom, we have to have a long discussion with CRK.
Yeah. But
I'll just leave it at that.
But which one do you guys prefer? Like, if you had to pick a model, I think is what he's asking, right?
Oh yeah, if I had to pick one,
Yeah.
Incozy.
I like the Incozy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm not a fan of the
Well,
action.
let's see. Are you biased in some way
Well-
or form? Wait, I mean, are you
I'm
biased?
just saying. You know, I don't really think I'm in love with the action on the Unumzan, but got it if it's not a sexy knife.
It's
like-
not. Well, I'll say this.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that, but
Yeah.
it's not the easiest to get a
It's not.
hold of.
You got to know what you're doing.
It
You know what I mean?
really
Yeah.
takes a little bit. It's like doing
Yeah.
the Spidey flick.
Yeah,
The Spidey
for sure.
flick is not. You can hit
Yeah.
somebody and they can't
Yep.
do the Spidey flick.
Absolutely.
But what I always found interesting about the Unumzan is the rubber washers,
Yeah.
which kind of absorbs the impact.
It
so it's
doesn't
like,
have that big click, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So I almost wonder, like, is that something that is, are they absorbing a variance in tolerances of their machining, or is that by design?
That's a good point.
I
That's
think
a really
the
good
answer
point.
is yes.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit of both.
But
My
you know what,
thumb
the-
already hurts
It does.
from flicking that
And
thing.
you remember how to do this all day? It's
Yeah.
got-
Jesus Christ.
But you know what that is? That's the boss right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because hurting my thumb is so hard.
Son of a bitch.
Well, now you make it sound like that makes it sound like you bought it at Toys R Us.
So 560,
560. Don't even have to see the other one.
393.
560 in LMAX.
Yes.
Yeah, the five.
And 0393, I appreciate the 0393 and I like it. But the 560, the only reason they discontinued the 560 is because it took a giant bite out of Hinderer. Same reason the 3 Emerson ZTs, they brought out those 3 Emerson ZTs, the 620, 630, and the 630BK or BLK. Anyway, doesn't matter. Somebody Google it. Tell me I'm stupid. Anyway, but the reason those Emersons only lasted for a year because it took a massive bite out of Emerson. Because when Emerson is doing G10 and steel liners and 154 CM, and he's charging $269, and then you go to ZT and they're charging $220, and they have LMAX and titanium and a steel liner and a G10 scale, what would you buy?
Yeah.
That's the same thing that happened to Emerson. This ZT has done this to 3 designers now so far. Enzo's going to be the next casualty.
Yeah, you're right.
Enzo is going to be the next guy to fucking
Yeah.
duck out because that 560 took a huge bite out of Hinderer, and that 620, that 630, and those Emerson designs took a huge bite out of Emerson.
Well, you have on the shelf right now.
Is a 560 in LMAX.
And I was like, God damn it, do I need this? And I was like,
I'm giving it 2 days,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I'm keeping it.
yeah, because I was gonna buy it. I was like, well, why is this different than my Hinder?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't figure it out. I was like, it's really not.
I
Yeah.
shit you not.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
giving it 2.
Yeah.
So if I come
Yeah.
in at the close of business on
Yeah.
Tuesday night,
Yeah.
if that's not sold,
Yeah.
I'm taking
You
it
should.
home.
Yeah, you
I'm
should.
taking it home. I've wanted that
Definitely.
knife for so long.
It is such a
only
cool
in
knife.
LMAX. It's
Yeah.
such a badass knife.
It really is.
Titanium and a textured titanium. So
Yeah.
much machining went into that knife. So much
like,
work.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Would you consider the Sandrin Delatorre laser?
I'm not sure about.
Territorial.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him.
I'm not. No.
And in the immortal
Well,
words of James
wait, hold
Hunt,
on.
wait, in the immortal words of James Hunt,
Who?
W.
Ooh. Okay, so let's talk about lasers here real quick. So.
Yeah.
So, what is it you're
Oh, Hardy.
doing with your laser? Is it,
Are you engraving?
well, I mean, is it
Are you cutting steel?
is it a fiber or is it a CO2? Is that the other one?
Oh my God, that's not what they're talking about.
Well, it says a laser.
Like
I
talk
think he's
about
like a
him
laser
with his
edge.
shopping
But
account.
I thought you
Oh.
were making a joke for a moment, and then I'm like, oh, you don't get it.
I'm stuck on lasers. Sorry.
Mike's world is a fiber laser, so.
They're irritating as fuck.
Yeah,
Stay away
exactly.
from them.
We're not super familiar with that knife, unfortunately.
God damn it, Chad.
Oh, a laser. Oh, now I get it. Ah, never mind. I'm dumb.
You said TRM Atom after the Spartan Harsey. I would get, me personally, I'd get the Atom before the Harsey.
I would get the Spartan.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you're a snob.
Am I?
No, I have an affinity for Harsey.
Yeah.
Although
wait.
Spartan blades, I have no problem with Spartan blades. But
I saw that.
Do you see this? Triple H just sold. Let's check.
Oh, it did.
I'm not seeing it.
Well, maybe it's going to sell.
Yeah.
Maybe Scott's buying.
Don't click on it. Don't do it.
Oh no! Wait, no, it did. Triple H just sold.
Why'd you have to give Chad that?
Right there.
Come on.
You know what? I super appreciate it. And then Chad's right about lasers. If only they had
Did Scott
shark
buy it?
heads. Yeah, he did.
Well, he probably did. I mean, why else would he say that?
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, I'm happy you got the knife you wanted.
Holy shit.
That's great.
That's funny.
They do have a lot of scale options for the Atom. It seems like
do.
they have more accessories than knives.
I don't think that's true. But I've got a set of red carbon fiber scales for my Atom. They're so sweet.
Yeah, it does look pretty good.
Yeah.
Their
I
dealer
love them.
network.
I do like your Atom.
Yeah, it's pretty
it is a
sweet.
nice
Yeah,
knife.
yeah, it's pretty
Although,
sweet.
what was the? Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
Okay.
What was the designer that he was doing a lot of knives for Cold Steel, but you had his custom?
Oh, the Demco, the 8020.
Demco, that's
Yeah,
right,
the
Demco.
8020.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I forget
yeah.
that all the time.
Yeah.
I really like that Demco.
I
think
still
that was
kind
a
of regret
badass
selling
knife.
that 8020, but that shark lock I think is just pretty unreal.
I think with TRM, the way they manage and do their dealer network is what makes them partially exclusive because no online sales, all brick and mortar, in-person sales only.
Yeah. Well,
Which
and
makes
that's
it really hard.
It is. It's gonna make it difficult to become a dealer, but we still want to fucking give it a go. But I mean, we just keep getting turned down.
Yeah, seriously, by a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's like, and I wonder if we were telling them like, this is how deep we want to order, and like, no. Like, but it's
like production too. Like no.
I mean,
one
come on.
is-
Why don't you put out a spreadsheet of all your
Yeah.
dealers and
Yeah.
find the 5 people who don't do shit and cut them off, and let me take that spot.
Yeah.
And we'll just order deep. We'll put it in
Yeah.
both stores. All right,
Yeah.
so-
Let's see here. Ditto on red scales. And Scott
Yeah.
is like, yep, ordered it.
Good call, Scott. You are gonna be stoked.
Holy
Also-
shit! No, Scott got in on the early.
Yeah,
Because that
that
was
was
gonna
gonna-
be that was gonna be a holy grail for somebody.
Also, Hardy, I did. Someone came in the shop and wanted it more than I did, so just happened.
There it went.
Yeah.
That's all it should be.
That's how I lost all my Microtechs.
Yeah.
And it's like, because when Microtech stopped making knives for 18 months,
Yeah.
and customers would come in and be like, "Do you have any Microtechs?" I was like, "No, we really don't. They
Yeah.
haven't made knives in about 18 months."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Well, I have one. Like, how much for that?" And I was like, "Well, it's mine. It's not for sale." They're
Yeah.
like, "I'll give you $700." I'm
And you're
like,
like,
"Okay, do you have
Yeah,
cash?"
you're like, okay. Yeah.
Hey, where are those people at? I'll sell my Microtech.
Yeah, right? Well, now Microtech is back into making it, but they stopped for a buddy, actually a very good friend of mine. He had a Microtech collection that was ridiculous. I think eventually his Microtech collection went for about $45,000 by the time we
Crazy.
sold it all,
That's
and
insane.
it was slightly bigger than the Emerson collection we just picked
Wow.
up. So it
Yeah.
was like a shelf and a half, if that, and it was crazy. Like, he paid off his truck and put a down payment on his house just by selling his Microtechs because he only bought the rarest and the coolest shit. So he had Combat Troodon number 35.
Jesus
His
Christ.
serial number is number 35, the 35th one ever made, and it
Yeah.
went for like $3,000.
That's insane.
Let's see here.
Mine's a little
Oh,
higher than that.
But that's the thing with high-end knives, especially Microtechs and a lot of these high-end collector knives. It's like they don't depreciate. It's like collecting guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
as long as you take care of it, or even if you beat it up a
It's
little
gonna
bit,
hold its value to
it
an
will
extent.
hold
Yeah.
its value because it's quality shit and people know.
So, Ron here is saying that the Sandrin has a tungsten carbide blade, 1mm thick, 71 Rockwell.
Holy shit, 71
Yeah.
Rockwell.
That has
That's
to be
like-
a bitch to make.
That's gotta be. Oh, even to sharpen that, we'd have to use a ceramic infused belt.
Blaze.
Just to even yeah, we'd have to use a blaze even to sharpen that, and it would throw the darkest of red sparks, which is always the funnest. Like well, like the old school, like when you sharpen
Yeah.
old school Gerbers with the
Totally.
M2
And
high
it
speed,
just the, like, bright
like
orange,
the,
like,
or the
yeah.
M4 from
Yeah.
the Contigo.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it shows the coolest color of
Yeah,
sparks you've ever
absolutely.
seen.
Absolutely.
Like that tungsten throws the same thing. But
Like,
we've
1
only
millimeter?
ever been able to do. So
Yeah.
I had these these square tungsten bits that they would, like we use a draw through carbide sharpener, and they have these little bitty teeth, right? These little bitty square teeth.
Yeah.
So we had just these commercial versions. They were this big, and we had to set them up on a jig and run them through the belt, and they just the darkest red sparks you've ever seen.
Yeah, yeah.
And it
yeah.
was like, oh, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
right.
Like, you just know how tough that steel is.
Well, Ron, if you're in Alaska, and if you're near Anchorage, bring it in. We want to see that. We want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 millimeter thick 71 Rockwell.
Jesus Christ. That's
That sounds like
scalpel.
it sounds like if you go sideways on it, you might be able to snap
Yeah.
that at 71.
Yeah, seriously.
But tungsten carbide. Well, I this is probably my 4th or 5th wedding ring.
Yeah.
Because I buy tungsten carbide ones, and I had one though, because I have a winter one and a summer one. Because I don't know, apparently I swell or some shit. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But like I was in the back of the shop where we have the concrete floor, and I dropped a box and I went to grab it, and my ring flew off and it hit the concrete floor, and it broke in like 45 fucking pieces and just exploded. I was like, oh shit! Good thing I get them for $35 off of eBay.
Let's see here. Hardy agrees the 80-20 is kind of weird.
Well, I don't agree with that. I think that 20 is a great knife, Hardy. I think you're crazy, Hardy. So.
Oh, and
I'm the guy that bought your
Angelo,
80-20.
lol.
Love it.
I bought it. Love it.
Love it.
Well, there you go, Angela. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Let's see here.
And he sells them like
Cedric
$30. He doesn't
and
come in and pay
Ada
it, but he
did
hasn't
cut
yet.
tests on it. And so let's see here. There's some YouTube personalities that did a cut test on it and outperformed everything for the Atom. Which I'm not surprised. It has such a thin geometry. It would just like slice through things.
Well, I mean that's. Hey, what are you doing here?
Quick and
Well, that's
right?
part of it. Is a lot of people like, oh, well, like I said earlier, like, oh, can it shave now? It's like, well, geometry is
Yes.
half of cutting.
Yeah.
It's like there's a reason people don't shave their face with a Bowie knife. Like, I mean, that's in the movies, but that's bullshit.
Right.
Like, the straight razors
Need a
look
hug,
the way
right?
they do for a reason.
We got James Hunt here after his W. I've heard good things about Guardian Tactical OTF. They have a switch that runs on bearings, I believe.
Oh,
He's
really?
correct. He's correct. Yeah. They
Guardian
do.
Tactical with an OTF.
Yeah, they're so smooth. I think Laura was in talks about like getting some of their stuff in
They
a
were
while
one,
ago.
they were
right?
one of the 8
Yeah.
that turned us down.
Oh, okay. Right on. Well,
But
there
we
you
do have. Oh, but you know what? We do have. Boker has a
Oh,
new
yeah.
line of Quaken OTFs.
Yeah.
Those look pretty dope, and they're VG10, and they're all aluminum chassis.
Yeah.
And they. You know what they remind me of is the Benchmade Tumult,
Yeah.
or so the
Absolutely.
Tumult or the Ultratech. They're kind of that size scale and that overall length and that kind of in the hand. But the Quaken OTFs look pretty badass. We've had them on order for a while. Hopefully they'll show up pretty soon. I don't know, but
Hollywood Tactical's got a good comment here. Why do people hate on 4116 German quote-unquote surgical steel? I cut the hell out of myself with a cold steel budget folder.
Well, you can cut the hell out of yourself with a lot of things.
well, people don't necessarily hate on it, but it's old tech. It's the same reason people don't talk about how great carburetors are. Okay, they work and they function and they get the job done, but it's just old tech. And I'm not shutting on it.
I mean-
good for me. I'm not shitting on it. I mean, it gets the job done. Like, I mean, you can buy a 65 Impala and it'll start.
Yeah.
And so carburetors work, but
better
fuel
ways.
injection with a supercharger kind of works a little better.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that also that steel probably Rockwell's at 54, 55, maybe 56 if you're lucky. If you can get Hitachi 440, you can get up into near 60. But it's just that there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that there is better now. There's nothing wrong with a carbureted car, but their fuel injection exists.
Yeah.
It's kind of like M2 high speed. There's better ways to do the exact same thing now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. There are a lot of people who have taken a swing and a miss, and M2 high speed holds up. I would buy M2 high speed over probably 4 of the top 10 edge retention steels that are rated right now. I love M2 high speed. I think it's fucking great.
Side note, we have a whole cabinet of it.
No,
up there.
we have 125.
125?
Yeah, we have S125. We don't have M2
Oh, no,
high
I
speed.
think it's the Gerbers.
The Gerbers.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Gerbers.
I'm
We have a
sorry.
whole
Yeah,
I think you're
cabinet.
talking about the raw steel.
Yeah.
No, we have a
yeah.
whole cabinet of it upstairs.
Like
all
a-
the
like
old
a
school
We
lot.
do.
Gerbers.
We have
lot of it.
probably we have probably 30 or 40 M2 high speed
A
old
quarter-
school Gerbers right
A
now.
quarter of them new in box.
Oh yeah, no, like old, like what is it?
New old
What do they
stock?
call it? New old stock. Yeah, we have a shitload of them. We had to clear out an entire case just to fit all these old school
Yeah.
Gerbers.
They're cool as hell.
Oh, they are. No,
They're
I mean
badass, yeah.
we have a massive. We have guys that come in every once in a while just looking specifically for that.
And then, hey fellas.
Hold on, wait, we skipped somebody.
And
Brittle,
he's
not
just saying
toughness.
brittle, not toughness, question mark. He's talking about Hollywood Tactical's comment on the 4116. So DZ Trip, hello. And then we go on to
Hey,
Ron
man.
here. D2 for the win. Yeah, D2 is like when in doubt, go for the classics. Do D2.
Hey, D2, K110. Ooh, I'm gonna bring something out of the pack. What about D7? You guys ever use D7?
I've been in a D6.
Woo! D7 is I get your joke.
I love dozers.
D7 is a badass steel. It's very rare. It's hard to find. Mostly only custom makers, and D7 is super nice. But I love D2. That's why we use K110. But
And what about D3
Right.
and Mighty Ducks?
I've never seen Mighty Ducks.
So
Wait, what?
I've never seen
we're gonna
Mighty
have to
Ducks.
fix this.
Like
We're
any
gonna
of
have to
them?
fix this. So I've got an old
Okay.
metallurgy book at home. When we
The
were
Mighty
talking about
Ducks
steels.
guy, I swear to God.
All right, hold on.
I've got an old book of like metallurgy, right?
Yeah.
That I was flipping through when we first really started talking about this kind of stuff, and it's from the 40s. D3 and D4 were a thing back in the day. They're not much different, but apparently they're a lot more brittle.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
they're called something else now, but like they existed at one
well,
point.
and that's the problem is because D2 can be rock welded up to 60, give or take, before it starts to chip, and D7 can do the same thing, but the interim can't. So you have to heat treat them down to like 52, 54, I guess 56 if you're brave. That's what the problem was with all those Ds. That's why there's D2 and D7, because the interim they weren't developed for knives. They were developed for other things, and people adapted them
Impact
for
sockets.
knives, something like that. But so they weren't designed for that. So that's why D2 and D7. That's why there's a dichotomy, because they weren't designed for knives.
Got another one here. What about AEBL?
Not bad.
Igletto's razor blade steel. Why do outdoor fixed blade guys
No,
love this so
that's
much?
Gillette.
Yeah, what did he say?
With a that's a parentheses.
Yeah.
I look like an O on the end.
Gillette. Okay.
Why do outdoor fixed blade guys love this so much? And they're being Rockwell at 59 to 61. I would say 61 is a myth.
I would say 61 is difficult with the ABL. ABL is not all that different from ATS 34, and it's not all that different from 154 CM. But that's what they call like an everyday steel. So you can carry it every day, and it's easy to sharpen. But that is right at the cutoff with the what they call super steels, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can do the ABL, and you can do the 154 CM, and you can do the ATS 34. ATS 34 is just a Japanese variation of 154 CM. So you can do all three of those, and ABL is also an American variation. But they're so similar, nobody would be able to tell the difference just by regular use.
Oh, it's been so popular.
But
right?
it's good.
Custom makers in Alaska, right?
Well-
ABL was kind of huge for a while.
It
right?
is,
Yeah.
well, and I hate to say this, but here's the reason why it's popular is because one, it's easy to sharpen in the field, which means it's easy to dull, and two, it takes a very nice polish.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you want to mirror polish M390, which I just had to do.
Yeah, you did.
I just had to do a couple of days
Yeah.
ago.
I say
You
want
want
to
to
kill
mirror
yourself on that.
Well, yeah, I almost want to take that blade and just stab it in my fucking eye. But so you want to mirror polish LMAX, you want to mirror polish M390, you want to mirror polish D2, you want to mirror polish all these anti-abrasion steels. The whole point of them is that they can't be mirror polished. That's the point of them. AEBL, 154 CM, and ATS 34 are good edge retention. They're decent edge retention, but they will take a polish like no other. So that's why custom makers use them, because they got this big shiny knife.
Yeah.
That they can just rub and baby it and rub it with a diaper. I know y'all make fun of me when I say that. But they can just rub it and shine it and then see your face in it. Okay, that's great. But if you're able to mirror polish something, it means it has shit abrasion resistance.
Right.
And so, I don't know. I would rather have a stone-washed M390 than the shiniest ATS-34. And so that, like, we had a talk with Half-Face Blades.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I went to a show with all these guys from the guild and all these knife makers, and he goes, and they all just want to rub their shit and shine it up. And he's like, and none of them want to use it. And I was like, yeah, that's why we don't go to those shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate it. There's a market for it, but honestly, I am not interested in shining up a blade. I'm interested in using a blade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are so many custom makers, like you said, like the Norseman, right? It's $1,000, give or take, depending on what you get. And it's a nice, shiny RWO34 blade, which is basically ATS-34.
Exactly.
And it's so nice and so pretty and so shiny. But it is...
You know why they sell it? Is because guys can shine it up, and then they put it on their wicked edge, and then they have that little mirror polish edge. It's like, okay, that mirror polish edge, I mean, it's good. I get it. I understand the draw. But the first time you use it, it's crap.
It's done. Yeah.
All right, we should catch up. Sorry.
Let's see
I'm
here.
gonna have to take a piss real soon.
Have the XM24 Vintage with D2. Shit, I better go oil it.
Oh shit! Is it for sale?
Yeah, you got that walnut
You should
scale
email
on
us.
there?
We'd be interested.
Yeah, that is bad.
Zach.
I would fucking
Zach.
carry that shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey there, Zach. Hey, stop teasing me with that S125.
We're working on it. It's just so difficult.
He's
to
catching
work
up at 1 3/4 time. Let's see here. Hollywood Tactical's got another thing here. Gem Skeleton was saying that mirror polishing is more stainless than stonewash because less porous.
Okay, hold on. Let me dissect that.
I in fact know that I had a D2 blade that was mirror polished,
Yeah.
and I had a B blasted and Cerakoted because I like using it.
Well, the thing is you can always tell when you mirror polish a really hardcore steel. So especially D2.
It'll have a little bit of a grain to it.
Well, I relate everything to cars. Okay, so you're gonna kind of understand this. You know, like an orange peel on a car, right?
Yeah.
So an orange peel on a car, you take D2 and you mirror polish D2, and it's what knife makers call a worm peel. So it looks like worms.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's a weird thing. So you can't ever really mirror polish it. It will never
It's always gonna have a texture in it.
it will never get fully clean. You'll get like an orange peel or what knife makers call a worm peel.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can do it and you can try, but it's a shitload of effort. That's why custom knife makers use ATS-34, they use ABL. That's why they use those steels, because they take a super nice polish. But if you want real steel, you want M390, you're never getting that shit. Like I just had to do titanium and M390 the other day.
Yeah.
Fuck me. We charged $100 to mirror polish a Para 3?
Three.
Para 3 M390 blade. And it took me fucking forever.
It's pretty
It looks
goddamn
great,
good.
though.
Yeah, it's pretty goddamn
It did.
good.
Well, no, but here's the thing:
Yeah.
is I can't send a picture to the guy. I had to send him a video because the machine that makes the grinds, there are some really deep grinds, and so it's like I gotta re-grind the whole thing to take all those out. So I set it down, I polished it, I made it look as pretty as I could, and I took a video and sent him the video. I was like, I need you to look at this because if I send you a picture, it's not legit.
Right.
And I showed him that, and I was like, dude, there are a couple of scratches, but I mean, that's just gonna be, it's gonna take hours to take those scratches out. We just can't do that. I mean, unless it's a ridiculous amount of money to be able to do that. And I sent him the video, and he's like, cool, good.
I'm happy he's happy.
Yeah, well,
I'm
and that's
happy that's done.
well, and that's why I sent the video. I was like, dude, I just want you to like this. Like, I'm doing what I can, but I mean, at this point, it's just gonna get exponentially expensive.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, Peanut Gallery, Zach, he's saying he's with Mike. Knives are to be used, not shown off. That's not entirely true. Knives are to be used and then shown off.
Or to be shown off and then used. There can be any combination of those.
I don't know. You could take that frag off, stab someone, pull it out with all the chunks on it, and be like, "Hey."
I don't know if I own that frag. I think I might just not let anybody see it.
Yeah. That's
As
pretty
Mike
funny.
Or show my wife.
right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Show off.
I just said,
Yeah, these are perfect show off and use.
I mean, this. He didn't want to say it, but these are definitely flexing. Like, look at me, guys. I got the best knife. I still think he should just done
See, let's
basic.
scroll in this question. Hardy's right. That's kind of what we talked about, you know.
Let's see here. Hardy, custom makers like 154 because it's easy to work with too, right?
Right, exactly. So it's easy to mirror polish, easy to get a good edge on, and easier to make look really fancy, even though it might not be.
I've noticed that Nitro V seems to be the new 154.
I saying it because of some percent.
What was that?
What?
Huh?
I'm saying that because I've seen several custom makers in Alaska and outside Alaska, including like Dark Timber and other makers. They exclusively use 3V, and I don't know why. Like I looked it up, and it's just like a generic stainless steel.
3V or
3V.
Nitro V?
Nitro V. Sorry.
Yeah, it's different, you know, and it does have some admirable qualities, but like in the knife world, there are always going to be like steel nerds that want to have like the new, you know, next thing. Even if they have one knife and, you know, whatever steel, if they have the same knife and a different steel that like sounds cool, it means something. It's like a big thing to some people, me included, but that's fine.
Yeah. I know. What's so cool about Nitro V? It's just a stainless steel, isn't it?
It's stainless, but it's, you know, good edge retention. It's tough. It's a nice steel, man.
You know what? I'm going to go with what Zach here said. These are flexang.
Oh no.
Let's see here. What's the price for the blades on the table? They're unobtainium right now. When they come back from the hunting trip, I would probably say this guy is, the Amok's probably going to be in the ballpark of the high 800s. And then the Mac is probably going to be high 500s, low 600s. Because
right.
I'm the one who wrote MSRP for these, so I should know. But yeah, that's probably what they're going to be around. When you get them, they should have no signs of wear. They'll have a factory edge, etc., etc. I highly doubt that going to Kodiak, Mike's actually going to get anything. And I don't say that because he's a bad hunter. I say that because most people don't bag when they go to Kodiak. They go to Kodiak and they experience a week of rain and being chased around by bears and angry locals, and then they come home with like a deer, maybe two, if that. So we'll see if they're used.
All right.
You might use them as a strike saw. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And like he was talking about the transition on these.
Flawless,
These aren't
right?
epoxied on the outside, are they? How did you? Is it like glass grinding, where you grind two pieces of glass and they just join together molecularly?
It's called skill, son.
Getting your bevels.
You got the joints matched up perfectly.
Hey, wait! Isn't it all the things I just brought up earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just repeating. I'm a parrot. All right. Hardy's got some points here. Easier on tooling too, I would imagine. Yeah, I think 154 in its annealed state is pretty easy to work with, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the reason we stopped working with S30 is that S30 was it was like a 36 on the Rockwell scale, even in its annealed state. So it was just chewing up tooling.
Wow.
So we went over to M390, and so then we eventually went to M390. And it's like, oh, surprise! It's even worse.
Let's see here. Who's off camera? Well, Mike. There we go. Mike was using the restroom.
Oh no! Well, so we have Ben.
Well, there are people off camera, so.
Yeah, sorry. I got interrupted.
Hi.
You want to introduce yourselves?
I mean, I don't know why.
Pop in.
just
Come on,
yell.
guys.
Say
Pop
your
in.
name loud and proud.
Yeah, pop in. What are you doing?
My name's Ben. I work at MK recently. I'm
Oh,
a cigar
Jesus
guy.
Christ.
Okay. You're up.
My buddy Jeremy's here.
You can do whatever you want to do.
We're chilling.
All right,
Jeremy.
Oh,
Jeremy's not interested.
Jimmy's chilling. Yeah.
We got
Did I say
Mary here.
Jeremy or Jimmy?
We got
Jammy.
Jammy?
Double M-Y.
Mary says.
Jammy.
Jammy.
Mary says, "Hey." We say, "Hey" back. We got another one from Hollywood Tactical. What is your guess? Nameless stainless steel 420J, IE to see an ultra. IE to see an ultra budget M-Tech button lock with incredible action and its hollow grind cuts. What's your guess on nameless stainless steel?
Stainless China is just what I always thought it was.
Wait, nameless stainless steel?
Yeah, when you buy like a knife and it just says stainless steel and it's a flipper.
I don't
What
know,
do you think it
440
is?
something probably. I would assume. I don't know.
Well, I mean, people always like lose their shit over like surgical stainless steel. It's
Yeah.
like all that means is that it doesn't mean that it's good. It means that bacteria doesn't adhere to it.
Yeah.
That's all it really means. It's not actually good. It's not good at edge retention. It's good at not letting bacteria stick to it.
I think.
So I mean, you can do that all you want, but all right. So, hold on. Let me read this. Hold on. What's your guess? Nameless stainless. Is it
420J.
420? All right, 420J. I'm familiar with.
I would think it'd be more like 410, like structural steel, structural stainless.
Wait, but if they're asking if 420J is decent.
No, what?
No, they're asking if it's a nameless stainless. There's no number or anything.
Like,
on
if
it.
you, is that a
okay.
common one for like nameless stainless steel blades? Is what he's asking.
Oh, oof.
Ones that just say like stainless China on it. You know, like
I
Yeah,
mean,
how are you gonna-
if it says stainless China, there's no way to know.
Exactly. How are you going to tell that?
There's no way. There's no way to know. 420J will get you Vicky's, sometimes a Dexter, but not J. You get 420A at that point.
I would think that. I mean, if I was in the Chinese market manufacturing knives, I would just go over to the structural steel building and use like 410.
Well, if I was making Chinese knives, I would just use old Nissan Sentra corridors.
And just toss them in
And
a
then
pot
I would
and
just put
melt it all down.
D2 on them, or I put M390 on them, and then I'd sell them to idiot Americans. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you do that?
420J for like an M-Tech sounds about right. 410 for maybe like some of those lower end.
The problem is 420J is only gonna get you about 54 on the fucking hardness scale.
Well, yeah,
It's
but
not gonna get you shit.
He's talking about like M-Tech.
Oh, well, come on now. Okay, so what do you want with an M-Tech blade? Like, okay, so if you get 420J, yes, you might get 420J, but are you getting the correct hardness?
That's.
I mean, does our next video need to be like,
We can go through
Doing
steels,
those?
but that's not what the question's about. So we'll.
okay, explain it to me, because apparently I'm all fucked up.
Yes. So basically, what he's asking here is, like there's a lot of generic Chinese blades like M-Tech and stuff.
Yeah.
He's guessing 420J. What do you think it is? That's it.
I-
It doesn't matter, Rockwell. He's
Some-
just like.
Oh
what do you
no!
think it is?
I would put money that it's not 420J.
Okay.
The reason why is because if 420J costs you $7 a pound, and no name bullshit costs you $6 a pound.
Why the fuck are you buying?
Why are you buying
420J?
420J?
Yeah.
Like we've run into this where guys would come in with fakes that they bought off like Wish or Alibaba
Oh,
or whatever.
okay.
They're like, well, at least it's D2, and it's like, why do you think it's D2?
Because they marked it D2.
Yeah, it's
What
like
does that
just because
mean?
they put D2, it's
Yeah.
like you can buy any
Yeah.
piece of shit in China and just call it D2. I mean, they don't even have to heat treat it. I mean, most of our Chinese fakes Rockwell at 54.
I mean, we could take a tin
Oh.
can and laser mark D2 on it. Doesn't mean it's D2.
we go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I could take
Dump it in a box, mark it guaranteed.
I could take aluminum foil and just
Yeah.
pound it flat and make it look like a blade, and I could put D2 on it. I mean, oh, okay, there it is. It's D2.
Here's a good,
and I don't mean to talk shit, but it's like, I mean, realistically, do you think they're telling you the truth? It's how much do you trust the Chinese seller that's selling you this?
Here's a good suggestion. Do a hardness test live on the next feed to show us the tester.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll be right with that.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool. We can do a couple different things. Like we can do a
We
banana.
actually talked to a guy who talked to us about how to calibrate ours. So maybe we should calibrate ours and test it live.
That sounds
Maybe
good.
we should do that. That's a good idea.
Find our Macs are not where they're supposed to be.
I don't know. Our Macs are our fucking stronghold.
I know. But I think we should get some ridiculous materials to Rockwell test, like a rock, maybe a banana.
Mouse pad?
Mouse
Oh,
pad.
the bananas. That,
Well, the
that
problem
would
is you
keep-
can't Rockwell test Damascus because you don't know which steel you're touching.
Yeah.
You know, we could do like this cup. We could just like randomly start grabbing things around. Spoons. Rockwell test spoons.
Well, it's got to fit in the Rockwell tester.
it will.
We
It
got
will.
sparks. They'll fit.
Well, this carry has already been hardness tested for a previous video.
Let's see here.
So,
I vote that. I do too.
All right. Maybe we should do a Rockwell test.
Hardness
Yeah.
test your personal carries. I'll take my blade out.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm all right with that.
Okay.
Watch my piece of crap Gerber Rockwell higher than everyone at the table.
I kept
Well,
reaching
well,
my
you know
pocket
what?
looking for my fucking knife, and it's right there.
well, you know what Matty told me? He was like, that DLT Trading M390 no choil hinder blade is like one of the best like for cut tests he's ever done.
Really?
Yeah. So I'll Rockwell that.
I would
Yeah.
trust Maddie
Yeah.
because Maddie
Right.
is the only person I know
Yeah.
that actually
Yeah.
does cut tests.
So I will Rockwell that for the
All right.
test.
All right.
So-
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
We have ideas for our next live stream or some videos coming up.
Yeah.
And we've reached the top of the hour. We appreciate you guys joining us.
Oh, we're bailing?
We're bailing.
All right.
9:30.
We hope to see you guys next Saturday at 8:30 Alaska Standard Time. And you guys have a great evening.
Wait.
Wait.
Can we hold on a second? So we were thinking about changing up the days. I know we brought this up earlier. We were thinking about changing up the days. Does anybody have a recommendation on the days? We're thinking about moving this to Monday nights, so we're not asking anybody to hang out on their Saturday night. Are you guys all right with the Monday night? Maybe we should hang out just a touch
Yeah.
or two? Or
Just
maybe I'm just full of shit? All right.
you can let us know in the comments if you want us to change the day, what day would be preferred, because you're.
I can't wait to read YouTube comments.
I will. I
It's gonna be
will.
great.
Please like and subscribe.
Let's see here. When Love Them Knives hits knives with the metallurgy gun, when a maker is lying about steel, it's usually for
5 CR, 8 CR. It's like 5 CR movie.
Yeah. CR8,
Shot, yeah.
8 CRV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's see here. Ferrum Forge, Maddox, or Malibu. I grabbed the Maddox as the Malibu is
Maddox.
always sold out. Malibu is the only answer, but
Yeah.
Malibu.
Well, I mean, two of us are carrying.
Hardy's right. Hardy's right.
Yep.
Not
say?
Monday. It's football season.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I gotta miss Monday Night Football for this shit.
Let's see here. I'd
No,
like-
we'll have a TV next door, right there.
I'd like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday we can't do. Tuesday we can't do because there's no Lori. Wednesday we can't do because it's my day off.
All
I
right.
mean, who's really
Although if you don't want to see me, I'm be fine to do this on Wednesdays.
who's
if you guys,
upset about this night though? No one's upset about this.
well, I just think we're competing with everything that other people do on a Saturday night.
Oh, I see.
I mean, this is what I do on Saturday nights.
Well,
Why
I
would other
mean,
people
me.
do this?
Well, obviously everybody knows that because here we are.
'Cause, yeah.
All right. We'll see you folks
All
later.
right.
If you have any ideas
Thanks, guys.
on a different night or time, just let us know in the comments here, and we will review it here at the end of next